It's a board game show. I've got Shawn and Molly from Flatout Games, and Steve, our ever-present game host, the name father, is going to tell you a little bit about the game we're going to play tonight.
Well, we've got an interesting little treat here. We're going to do a special two-person single game Envie. The Envie game is when the guests come in with a game that they have in mind. It could be a favorite game or a grail game. They think of it. They have one. They've told us that they have one. They haven't told us what it is. We're going to have to play kind of a 20 questions game here. Verla, BJ, and I will ask the questions in audio. We'll be looking for questions in the chat. But we're going to try and narrow down what game they have in mind. If they had the perfect setup, the right people, the right time, what would they play right now?
How well do Beth and Ninja and Randy and all those people in the chat crew know you? Because we're competing, Verla and Steve. We got to beat the chat crew. Let's see if we can we can take them down. All right, so do you all understand the game, Envie? It's a Cajun word for something you really, really want to do, like a hankering or a jonesing or something like that. In this one, as Steve said, it's all tied to a game. So we're gonna go back and forth with the chat crew with questions. Do you all understand the game? Ready to proceed? All right. I think Molly is ready to go. Shawn says yes. So let's start out with the ever-present first question. Do you mind if I'll start it out with it? But is it a competitive or a cooperative game? And based on our conversation tonight, I'm going to guess it's a competitive game.
It is a competitive game.
Competitive game. All right. So that narrows it down to about 100,000 games. Okay, good. We're off to a great start.
You've got this all down to an algorithm or something, right? You just like, you know which ones.
Oh yeah, you've seen that car commercial where the cars are flicking by when they say, "I want gray, I want four-wheel drive." That's what we're doing right now. So, Verla, what you got?
What are the shape of the tiles in the game you want to play?
Okay.
Hexes or squares?
So
I'm making.
There are some little tokens.
Molly, you're giving away too much information. That wasn't the question.
Thomas wants to know: is it a tile laying game? That's kind of following up on your question, Verla. Is it a tile laying game?
It is not.
Oh, Verla. So it's not a tile laying game. Interesting.
Okay. Well, they said they
Alex's favorite question. Alex's favorite question, which always helps us win. If the game,
I have the answer. I have the answer.
Oh my God, Alex! Somebody has an answer for you. Okay, go ahead, Molly.
Shawn, maybe you'll disagree because you hate mint so much, but it's a mint chocolate chip game.
Okay.
And while he's saying that, Beth, that's what we're doing. We're doing the Envie game. They know a game they really, really want to play. If they could stop the show right now, the perfect group, the perfect setting. It might not even be a game they own. It could be a game that they've just always wanted to play. And we're going to take turns, including the chat crew. We're trying to compete against the chat crew to see if we can figure it out first.
But you guys each have your own, right?
It's the same
one game. One game, Verla.
Okay.
Steve threw a twist on us.
Okay.
They know the game and we don't, but it's only one game. So Molly says it's a mint chocolate chip game, and Shawn says a weak yes or a strong yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Strong yes. Yeah.
I'm going to follow up on that. If you're saying mint chocolate chip, I'm thinking sweet and refreshing. So is it a game that could be kind of played in 30 minutes, or does it have to go longer?
Alex, what did you do with this show? Where are we going with these questions? It's like the food theme show.
That's the food themed game.
Time at the time. Is it a short and sweet filler game, or is it a longer game?
It's a longer game.
Okay.
Longer game. Beth wants to know, is it an unplayed prototype?
No.
That's a good question.
Because that would have been really tough for us to guess.
You'll never get it.
Mick wants to know, is it a Euro? Would you consider it a Euro?
Good question.
Ooh.
Wow, Jesse's got a guess already.
I think that's a really good question. I don't know what you...
Jesse's throwing the guess out. He says it's mint delivery. He knows what it is. Is it?
No.
No,
that game is definitely a short and sweet game.
Right.
So
hard to classify.
Hard to. Would you say it's a Euro, Molly?
She's thinking.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
I think I agree with that.
Does it have cards? Kelly wants to know if it has cards, and
It
she's
does
a
have
super
cards,
backer, so we
Kelly
move her
Jean.
question right up.
It has cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Worker
It does.
It does have
No.
cards.
Thomas wants to know, does it have
Yes,
the
cards.
worker placement? Yes to cards. Does it have a worker placement mechanic in it?
No.
All right, so to recap, we got a competitive game that's a longish game. It's card-based. It is not a Euro, maybe not exactly a hybrid. It's a chocolate chip mint chocolate chip game. Beth wants to know, if you lived in the world of the game, would you be sad, neutral, or happy?
Good question.
Such a good question.
Oh,
Happy?
Really? I think
You
I think I
happy.
personally would be sadder than happy.
so it's either sad or happy, but are they sad or happy dice? Are the dice happy or sad? Kelly wants to know if there's dice in the game.
Oh, no dice.
No dice.
No dice.
No
Oh,
dice.
No,
no
you know
dice.
that we have a die in our logo and yet have never designed or published a game with dice
Yep.
yet.
Meepletown, Dean from Meepletown says, was it designed in the last 2 years? Ooh, is it the hotness? Are y'all fans of the
No.
hotness?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some games again soon, but it is not a new game. I mean, it's not the last 2 years.
Mick wants to know if it's got minis in the game.
It's a good question,
Ooh.
Mick.
Ooh, I bet it does.
It's
Oh, Steve, this is a hint right here, Steve. This is a
Figures
hint.
of some sort.
I guess it's a no.
It could. It
But
could. A reskin blinged out version of this game might
Oh,
have minis.
wow. All right, Chat Krewe, strap it on. Let's go. Now we're getting somewhere.
So
here.
the answer is no, but it's like kind of a soft no almost.
A soft no. All right, Thomas, you're gonna have to get a little bit more specific. So I'm gonna help you out with that. Is this a 2 to 4 player typical game? Is it a 2 to 4, or is it gonna be more than that?
It's close to that, but
It's
has
funny,
a higher
2 to 5?
ceiling.
Sean, you'll get mad at me if I give any of it away.
It's close to a 2 to 4. It's basically like your base level, like 2 to 4 player game, but it has a higher ceiling. Can play a higher.
5?
number.
Really? Two?
Will it play 2 to? Verla wants to know if it'll play 2 to 5.
Yes.
Yes.
Does it play
Hugo.
well at 2, or is it better with more?
It's better with more.
Dugar wants to know if it's got engine building in it.
No.
Alex says he's got it. Alex says it's dead of winter.
It is not.
Except that is cooperative, Alex.
Oh yeah, Alex.
First question.
Well, it's cool. It's supposedly
Sort of.
cooperative.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Until
we
it's
can-
not.
I wonder if we can try to tackle the theme here, because they said it wasn't a Euro, but maybe the theme might give us some narrowing focus. Would you say that it has a fantasy theme?
Yes.
It does.
Oh, so it's Dean. It's not terraforming Mars, unless you think that we'll never ever go to Mars. Then that would be a fantasy. But
And with the maybe minis, you're not talking about the new small world of Warcraft.
Is it an award winner?
Question.
Might have to consult.
I don't think
our
so.
BGG.
Um,
I don't. Not anything major,
Oh.
Okay.
but
It has been a nominee. It has been a nominee,
Okay.
but it is not
oh, like a BGG nominee or a Dice Tower nominee. Mick thinks it's Meeple Circus.
not
It
Meeple
is-
Circus.
It's not Meeple Circus. And it's not Seven Wonders either. But
Not 7 Wonders.
Seven Wonders is on my list anytime there's a large enough group of people.
You were right, but all right. So Steve, can
Seven
you
Wonders
recap
is a
that?
good guess.
Oh, really? 7 Wonders is a good guess. Another hint there, Steve.
Well,
so
for
what
a
you got
game
for a
of
recap?
cards,
Well, recap.
Yeah.
We got a card game, no dice.
it has a
Long-
trader element.
longer than short. We did not necessarily tie down date, but it was not recent in the last 2 years. Has a fantasy theme, not Euro, they would kind of say. Mint chocolate chip in its flavor. A combination of sad and happy, depending on which one of the two of them they are living in this game. Am I missing any other big ones?
Oh, Dean says Clank, but that's 2 to 4. I don't know if it does it go more than that. But is Dean right? Is it Clank?
It's not.
Does it have any dexterity
It's not
element in it at
Clank.
all?
Nope.
No dexterity. Okay.
Y'all
it's
need
not
to
animal-
ask
And
us
it's not
about.
Animal Kingdoms, but I do want to.
Yeah, not Animal
It's not
Kingdoms.
Animal Kingdoms.
Yeah. But that would have been your Envie game if you were by yourself, right? So.
Good question from Kelly.
How did we miss that? Is
Yes.
there a board? Is there a board in the game?
Yep.
Yes.
There's a board.
Steve, you got a question?
Maybe we've got a theme now. I wonder, is it a designer's name that most gamers would recognize?
Ooh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Is there a what that most gamers are
Calendar-
recognize?
The name of the
Is
designer.
it a name of a gamer? Of a game
Oh,
designer?
I don't think so. No.
Interesting.
Is it an American designer?
No.
I don't believe so, and I think some
No.
some people may know the designer. I have I'm familiar with the designer, but it's not a.
Has he designed
Not
a cat?
everyone.
Has he designed a game about cats?
Not
don't
that I'm
believe so.
aware of.
I don't believe so.
Jesse wants to know if it's any one of the Munchkin franchises. I doubt that Munchkin has been nominated for anything recently, but could be, Jesse.
The designer has a lot of credits to their name. I wasn't aware of. There's actually quite a few games that this designer has designed.
All right, so Chat Krewe, we got some pretty good hints here. We got a game that has a board. Is that right, Steve?
Yes. They said yes.
Board and cards, not an American designer, a name you might not know but has a lot of credits, and it's been nominated for a type of award. Nick wants to know, is there any negotiation in the game? I think Dean's naming some of his favorite games. That's where we are. He's naming
I like that. Yes, Dean.
Because he and I both love that game. So
when you get artists together asking questions, as you post this one, we get a very different slant on how to try and track this down. I love this question.
if the game was a human being, would they be a good house guest?
No.
That's a stump.
No.
I feel like they're nice
I
on
said
the.
I would be happy there, but I don't think that.
I think they're nice on the inside, but kind of menacing on the outside.
Okay. I would think that with the
Chaotic.
fantasy. That makes sense.
Definitely chaotic, neutral, chaotic, good, chaotic.
Another good question.
When it came out, was it an expensive game? More than $50?
Close.
Let's just say it's around $50 game. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse, don't forget it's got a fantasy theme. So our buddy Chenier's game is not going to be in that New York 1901. But Jordan's got to get. Well, of course, Jordan's going to ask this. Jordan from the No Cube Zone says, "I have to ask: cubes or no cubes?" Jordan, that was sneaky.
That's a good one.
No cubes.
Cubes or no cubes? No cubes.
In the no cube zone, and he got
you know,
the show.
Is this a game y'all have played before? Okay. So it's not an Envie that you want to play. It's a game you have played and want to play again.
Is the
Was
game
it
still
on
in?
Kickstarter?
Oh, it's not New York 1901.
Yeah. Was it ever on Kickstarter?
I don't think
Verla
so.
wants to know.
I don't know.
Is it still in print?
Good
Oh, I
question.
hope so.
Yeah.
I can give you a big hint. Do you want a big hint?
I think we may
Thomas
need
wants to
it.
know if
It's-
the Cthulhu.
it's
does
not-
It,
it was-
based?
It was not on Kickstarter, but the company that made it is often on Kickstarter.
Okay.
All right. Is the company Come On or Simon?
That looks like it, yes.
Sean?
Did I give it away that easily? Okay. Yes. The publisher is Come On Games. Yes.
Come On Games. All right, Chat Krewe. Now we got it. So I
So
want
now
to
the floodgates should open because if you can find a Come On game that Flatout Games is really into, it should be.
Yeah, because they rarely
count 30,
publish anything.
yeah, if you count 30 seconds, the Chat Krewe is going to go crazy with guesses. Before we get there, it's a Come On game that didn't go to Kickstarter. Oh, Dean's got it. I bet it's Ethnos.
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Ding, ding,
bingo,
ding.
bingo, bingo,
Dean.
bingo.
Good job, Dean.
Dean.
Ding, ding, ding.
Nicely done. He did the Meeple Town people proud. Yeah, look, here comes all the guesses. Modern Art, Rising Sun went to Kickstarter, Ninja. Ethnos did not, though. Now, Ethnos, what I want to see, if Beth's still in the chat, is Ethnos with Beth Sobel art. Because Ethnos is a fantastic game. but it's butt ugly. I'm sorry.
It is
If anyone
my
has a
dream-
hookup
it's
at
like
Come
a
On.
dream project.
we
Not
go.
only is this the dream project or the dream game when there's a big enough group, it's so great. It's everyone in our group, Rob and Sean and I all love this game. It's in our top 5, probably, definitely top 10. But the dream project is to reskin that game.
Ian O'Toole doing the board and Beth doing all the cards, and the internet breaks when it hits Kickstarter. The internet breaks. I can't do any work. The TV shows, all the live TV shows cancel because they can't broadcast out of the stars' homes. And Beth just absolutely breaks the thing. She says, Ethnos would be a terrible house guest in the area control. That's exactly, you know what? That should have been the clue right there, Stephen Verla.
Right.
That was an excellent question from Beth. It would have been a terrible one. Yeah.
Got to give a quick shout out to Dean here. If you could see Dean right now, he'd be wearing a big, proud grin. So there's a little people down.
Oh, Johnny Meeple loves that one. Very nicely done, Steve.
The thing about Ethnos is like, don't sleep on this game because of the box art or whatever, right? Because it's just one of the most brilliant, like, simple designs. And Rob was really the first one to play it, and he was like, guys, and he talks about it all the time. He's like, 2 to 6 players, and every turn is like it's just grab a card, do some stuff. Like, it's just so freaking elegant, and the way that it combines set collection and area control in this really fun, interactive way, it's just brilliant. One of our favorite games.
Duga's right. When you said mint chocolate chip, those little pieces, they kind of got that mint chocolate chip look to it. That's right. The colors and everything. Alex says the designer, Paolo Mori, a lot of other good designs. Hey, we got Libertalia, which is one of my favorite games of all time. And a game a lot of people slept on was a game called, Duga, help me out. I think it's called Blitzkrieg. It's a little tiny, I'm not a big war gamer. Little tiny box game, only takes about 30 minutes. If you like Watergate, but want a little bit more, right, Steve? Yeah, Steve's giving it a thumbs up. If you want Watergate, but you want a little bit more combat-oriented, going after each other rather than just the card play, that's going to be Blitzkrieg. I thought I had Duga. I mean, I had him all over the board, and I forgot about the instant win condition, and he got me good with that one. Yeah, that is a cool one. I have not played Roman Bingo, so I don't know Rise of Augustus yet. I feel like I played it because I played Ecos, but I'm not sure if it's the same game or not. So, there's Johnny Pack says Ethnos is good. It was licensed from a publisher, Spaghetti Western Games. Is that right? Okay, I didn't realize that they didn't develop it. So that was one sort of like what they've done with Lorenzo. They found a good Euro and they published it. So, hey, that was a fantastic joke.
That's a good tidbit.
Yeah, and obviously you see that the chat crew approves of your choice because that's a game that is still very, very popular. I think it would be even more popular if it looked good on the table. So